Okay, welcome to mini episode 33. And on this mini episode, it's just going to be me talking about my most recent trip to the Disneyland Resort. Just to give everyone some of the new listeners, mini episodes are usually about 30 minutes, 15 minutes maybe to 30, depending, sometimes longer when we have a guest. But usually when it's just me, it's pretty short. But we're doing these to be able to get more interviews and more content out there to you. And I hope that you're enjoying these. Next year, we might just do them once a month. I'm still trying to figure out how often, because coming up with, at least for me and my schedule and just everything, it just seems a lot to do something every week. I know a lot of podcasts do, but for us, it's a little tough. But anyways, and we're trying to get our audio book done for the second book. So anyways, I wanted to talk about my most recent trip to Disneyland Resort, which took place. We left on Saturday. When I say we, me, my wife, and my son, Luke. We left on Saturday, the 27th of November. And we left, it was about 9 a.m. And we live in St. George, Utah. It's usually about a 6-hour drive to Anaheim. And we left and we hit traffic outside of Vegas. And usually it was kind of weird. It was a Saturday and usually not too much. But I think because of the Thanksgiving weekend, maybe some people are trying to get a head start to head home from their trip or whatever. But we ended up not getting to our hotel until it was about 3:30, 3:45 Pacific time. So we checked into the Grand California Hotel. This was something that we didn't have planned at first when we started planning this trip. This trip, I should say off the beginning that this trip was to celebrate my birthday. It was a big milestone birthday. I don't want to say which one it was, but it wasn't the 40th and it wasn't the 30th. But and it was a big one, and we wanted to celebrate it, and we kind of went all out. But we originally were not going to be staying at the Grand California Hotel. And without getting into great detail about that, because I don't want to, but our good friends over at Concierge, especially Mike, upgraded from the hotel we originally had to helped us to the Grand California Hotel. And that was something because we had been with Concierge we were their first podcast, and we've helped them out and they've helped us out. And we've been a good partnership together. And Mike wanted to do something special for my big birthday. So he kind of upgraded us to the Grand California Hotel, which was amazing. I'm so gracious for that. I don't take that for granted one bit. So I wanted to get that out of the way. But so we arrived, and the way it works there is that you pull up to this little, like it's a gate. There's a little booth and someone there, and they ask you your name, and they say okay, and they open it, and you drive forward, and there's another guy that says, welcome Barron family, and pretty interesting. So we we didn't do valet parking. They have a self parking, so you can take all your stuff out of the car, and I have my wife and son sit with our stuff in the front outside while I went and parked the car, and that's just across, I think it's Disney Drive or whatever it's called. Used to be West Street. And it's a little parking lot there. It's to the right of Paradise Pier Hotel. And I parked the car there and then walked back across the street to the Grand California. So we walked into the lobby. Beautiful. the big tree. I'm sure a lot of you have seen photos on Instagram or whatever, social media, and they have it decorated so beautiful. That lobby is amazing. I could just stare at it. The ceiling's so high, and it's just really nice inside. We checked in. We got our room. We were on the 3rd floor, and we had a room overlooking the courtyard, which is where, if you've been on the Disneyland monorail, it kind of goes through the hotel. There's like a little outside courtyard. When it goes through there, we could see the monorail passing by from our balcony that we had there. Very nice. So what we did was, Downtown Disney is just right there. So we went down and ate dinner at Splitsville, and I had never been there before. I had been there, last time I was there was at House of Blues, and I was actually in a band, and we played there. We played there a couple times, actually. We opened up for some pretty big people there, stars or whatever, and because I played drums, but that was a while ago. So it was like 2002. Anyway, so it had been a while, but it doesn't look anything like the way it was when it was House of Blues. The food there was really good. We enjoyed it. We enjoyed the atmosphere. It was one of our better meals that we had on this trip, I think. I think I just had chicken strips, and we had some fries, but the sauce they have for the fries, it was so good. And then we split some. We had some sushi rolls too. And we walked around a little bit, looked at a few stores, and went back to the hotel to rest. Excuse me. And then we went to sleep that night, and we woke up early, and we took advantage of the entrance into California Adventure, which the Grand California has a special entrance for hotel guests to enter DCA through there. So we went down and did that, and it takes you a drop. When you enter, you're right there by Grizzly Rapids, whatever it's called. So we did that, or we got in there, and we were gonna go. There's like a rope drop thing that happens in like the town, like the little square there they have, and we were going to go over to Web Slingers, which Luke and I had already been on, but my wife Erin wanted to check it out. But we got over there, got in line, waited, and then they said it's not going to open for a while. So we got out of line, went over and waited in line in Radiator Springs Racers, which had been a couple years since we had been on that, because every time we go, it's a real long wait. And we got to go on it. And then we went over to Toy Story Midway Mania. We waited maybe, 30 minutes. And then we went, Luke and I rode Goofy's Flight School, I think it's called. And then what did we do after that? Oh, we went to eat. We had Smoke Jumpers Grill. And where did I get there? Oh, it's called Impossible Burger, and it was like a veggie burger. It was actually pretty good. I enjoyed that. Then we went on Soaring, and then from there, we were going to go on Monsters Inc. ride, and then it was down, because I liked that ride. And then, so we said, forget it. So we went back to our hotel, which was very convenient, and we rested for a little bit. And then we went over to Disneyland Park. Let me get my notes here. We went over to Disneyland Park. We went on Big Thunder Mountain first, and we only waited about 20 minutes. And then, which Luke was very excited about, because it was his. We didn't get to go on it the last time we were there in September. It was down. That's one of his favorite rides. So then we went on Sailing Ship Columbia. It had been a while since we went on that. That was cool. Then we went on Pirates, waited 20 minutes. We rested, just kicked back on a bench in New Orleans for a little bit. That was the thing with this trip. I said, I don't want to rush around, and I want to enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the park. I don't want to just go ride, So we did that. And then we had reservations. This was later, like at 4:40, at the Blue Bayou. And this was like a birthday dinner kind of thing. It was not my birthday during this trip. My birthday fell on Thanksgiving this year. I was born on Thanksgiving, and it came around. So, but we ate at Blue Bayou, and we asked to sit by the water, so we had to wait a little bit. I think we had to wait maybe 10, 15 minutes extra than we probably would have had to if we just took any table. but I asked to sit by the water. I wanted to do that. So what I had to eat, I had the salmon, and I ordered extra, which was extra. It was a house salad, but their dressing was really good. I really enjoyed that salad. It was really good. And then I had a mint julep with my dinner. That was really good. We didn't order dessert there, but I had a birthday button on, and so they brought me out just like some oranges with some whipped cream and a candle. And the waiter, and they all sang happy birthday to me. Not all the waiters, but just our waiter and then my family. So that was nice, and it was a really enjoyable dinner. After that, we went over and got some beignets, of course, and sat on a bench and had those. That was our dessert. Then we had reservations at Oga's Cantina and went in there. I had been there one other time with Russ, my friend Russell, during D23 last time, 2019. But this time we got to sit in a booth. I didn't ask for it. We shared the booth with someone else, but they had this like plexiglass dividing the booth, and so we sat in there and ate or had a drink. And what did we do after that? Then we went and waited for Rise of Resistance, the standby, and it was posted at 75, and I think it was about that. It was maybe closer to an hour, but it was somewhere within an hour to an hour and 5-10 minutes. So pretty close to that. Always great. We had been, of course, a couple other times before that. Then what did we do? We went on Main Street, just walked around. Then as we were getting ready to exit, there was a little band playing there. And if you remember a guest that we've had on a past episode named Jimmy Ford, he plays drums. He was there playing with the Yuletide band or whatever they're called. And they were playing, and after they were done, I chatted, said hi to him, and we chatted for a little bit. Really cool guy. We went back to the hotel, and it was about 9 p.m. We did not stay. I think it was open till midnight. We did not do that. We're usually people that start off early. We don't stay late because we like to. I think you can get a lot done in those first few hours. Then we. So I want to go to the next day, the 29th. That was November 29th. So that's a Monday. And we got into Disneyland about 8:15, and we went on Space Mountain right away. Star Tours, Buzz Lightyear, Matterhorn. We ate at the Golden Horseshoe, which is actually, we got our food from Stage Door Cafe. And what did I get? Chicken strips. And we had that, because I love hanging out in the Golden Horseshoe. Sitting upstairs looking at, just kind of looking down. I love that place. There's a lot of history there. I really enjoy being in there. Then we went on Indy. That was about not real long. We waited 30 minutes maybe. Tiki Room. And I was just getting tired by that point. I was just tired, and like I said, I didn't want to rush and push this trip. We have a hotel that's fairly close, pretty close, and I just thought, we're not going to push it. Let's enjoy ourselves. So we went back and took a nap at the hotel. So we went to Rancho del Zocalo and had dinner. And I always get the enchiladas over there. I like those. I think it's a good meal for the money, I think. But we did that. And then we went over into Fantasyland because we hadn't yet done really anything over there. And we went on Snow White, Pinocchio, and Casey Junior Train. That had been a couple years since we had done that, and I always loved that ride. That is just a classic ride. It was dark when we went on it. We only waited like 5 minutes. They had 2 trains running. For a long time, they only had the 1 train running. And I knew they had to because I remember seeing one parked in the back when I worked there. But that was good. It helped keep the lines down, I think. That was nice. Then we went over to Galaxy's Edge, and we went on Millennium Falcon. And what was I that day? I was Gunner, I think. Yes. And Luke and Aaron were pilots, and they did pretty good. Then we went on Big Thunder Mountain again at night. I always love it at night there. Went on Pirates again. Went on Haunted Mansion Holiday Haunted Mansion, which is always fun. Went in the stores on Main Street, and we got back to the hotel about 10:30 p.m. So that was our second day there, and that was November. Or no, that was our second day. And then we went over on our third day. The park was going to close early at 7 o'clock for the Marius whatever special event, Christmas thing they have going on, special party. So we knew that, so we thought we're not going to take a break today because the park closed early and stuff. So, but we had reservation at Carnation Cafe for breakfast. I don't think I've ever had breakfast there. So we did that, and I had pancakes, and it came with sausage. Oh, but the way we got to Disneyland was, so we left our hotel and we went to the left through downtown Disney and got on the monorail, entered the park that way through Tomorrowland, then walked from Tomorrowland down Main Street to Carnation Cafe. So that was kind of cool to be able to do that. And then what was our first ride? Oh, we went and got on the double-decker bus at Town Square, and we took it up the hub. And it had been a very long time since I'd been on that before I worked there. So that was kind of cool. Luke and I sat on top, and that was fun. Then we went over to Jungle Cruise. Went on Jungle Cruise, waited maybe 20 minutes, 25. Then we went on Pirates again. Love Pirates. Then we went on Millennium Falcon again. And we, what did I get that time? Engineer, that's right. Luke and I were both engineers, and Aaron was a gunner, I think. Then we went on Mr. Toad, the Matterhorn. When we were at the Matterhorn, I got to run into a good friend that I worked with at Disneyland. His name's David Anetta, and he was across the track. He's in maintenance now. He was in Custodio, now he's in maintenance, and he was there doing something for the job, and I kind of waved and chatted a little bit with him. I didn't really get to talk too much, but that was nice seeing someone that I knew there. And he's a listener of the show too, so very cool. Then we took the train to Main Street. And I think we got on it at Small Worlds, or Toontown Station they call it. And we went over, got off on Main Street, and I wanted to go ask because I wanted to get a magic key because I have some other trips this year, and I just thought it'd be more beneficial to do that for me, not for all of us. So went over to City Hall and asked someone if they'd help me with that, and they did, and they were awesome, and got that squared away. But while we were there, we then we walked back, and I was hungry. It was kind of an early dinner thing, and actually it's more of a lunch. It was kind of in between, and actually so we had that breakfast. So yeah, this was later. This was like a dinner, and we ate at the Cafe Orleans, and I got a Monte Cristo. Love that. Very good. Came with the fries. They did cut down on the portion, I noticed, and I'd heard that before too. But it didn't come with fries last time. It was just the sandwich, and it was full. But I think this is a good amount. Because it used to really fill you up. I couldn't eat the whole thing. But then it comes with fries, and it's still hard to eat it all. But I had that. And we were all over the place. Then we went on Autopia. And I wonder if we walked. I was going to say, did we take the train? No, we walked. From New Orleans over to Autopia. Luke loves that ride, and we went on that. It's his first time. So he had steered it, many times, but his first time doing the pedal and the steering, because that pedal gets tiring. But luckily he's a lefty, so the left foot comes in handy on that pedal. It's usually pretty stiff. And then Aaron and Luke went on the carousel, which is something that they like to do together. I just kind of film it or take photos or whatever. Oh, then something out of the blue I didn't even have planned. I did the Savi's workshop, I think it is, to build a lightsaber, and I did that, and it was really interesting. I had been in there before when Luke did one a while ago, but I did it this time, and I picked the Peace and Justice one. So mine was like silver and black. Pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. So now I have a lightsaber. We left about 7 o'clock. We left after that. We tried to go on Big Thunder Mountain, but it didn't work out. They were closed early for some reason, so we didn't get to go on that as our last ride, and we wanted to make that our last ride of our trip. So we headed out about 7 because the park was closing in. Went down Main Street. So yeah, we had a good time. We had a good trip. Really enjoyed the hotel, being right there. Just really had a good time. So back at it now. We have some shows coming up. We have one more of our main show left for the year, and we're going to take the last few weeks off of December just to spend time with family and hang out. We usually do that every year. So we do have another main show coming, and I think one more mini episode after this. So hope you enjoyed this little trip report. I know it was kind of brief, but you've heard other trip reports, so I don't need to go into depth too much. But again, go to our website, check it out. We have join our Patreon. We have some changes coming next year, and I think you're going to enjoy it. I hope. And we'll announce those changes on the next episode. So we hope you'll enjoy that. So thanks again for listening, and we'll talk with you next time.